Hello, and thank you for your interest in OCCC's Traditional Nursing Program. Today I'll be reviewing the Traditional Nursing application along with the required documents needed to be uploaded to it. You'll begin by going to occc.edu, selecting the menu in the upper left-hand corner of the screen, Admissions, and then Health Applications. Please read through this page very carefully and thoroughly prior to beginning. You'll notate at the top that some versions of the Safari browser may not be supported for the application submission, therefore you'll need to use a different browser such as Chrome, Edge, or Firefox. You'll find information on how to prepare for your program application here. The selective admissions application fee link to pay for it is located here. You'll need to save the receipt via your student email from the bursar's office to your computer prior to submitting your application. You'll then scroll down and find the traditional nursing application deadline, and the application link. You'll click on the link, and this will take you to the traditional nursing application. Please read through this very carefully prior to beginning and make sure you have all your required documents saved to your computer prior to beginning. You'll notate at the top that the application will time out after an hour. Therefore, after you read through it, save your documents, you'll need to open up it again prior to beginning to fill it out. You must be admitted to OCCC prior to the application deadline and prior to filling out the application due to needing to use your student email. You must submit proof of payment for the selective application admissions fee. You must provide proof of having completed prerequisite courses or proof of enrollment in the prerequisite courses if allowed by the program to which you're applying for. You must meet the minimum college retention GPA, which is a 2.5. You must upload the test scores that are required for your specific program, and they must be official scores provided from the issuing testing center or the OCCC testing center. You must submit your most current and official transcripts from every HLC and nationally accredited degree granting institution previously attended to the OCCC records office by the application deadline. Official transcripts cannot be uploaded to the application. If applicable, high school transcripts, ACE and accredited transcripts, and other information for preference points must be uploaded to the application under additional documents. Please check your OCCC portal to ensure all transcripts have been received. You'll then click Continue to Basic Application Requirements, which would be admitted to OCCC, selective admissions application fee for this cycle, completion of the prerequisites. These courses must be completed with a C or higher by the start of Nursing Process 1. Prerequisite courses are Comp 1, Psychology, Nutrition, Human Anatomy and Physiology 1, the Survey of General Organic and Biochemistry and corresponding lab, or General Chemistry 1. College retention GPA of a 2.5. If you have not completed 12 credit hours at a collegiate level in 1,000 level or higher courses, you can use your high school GPA. Next generation reading Accuplacer score of 250. It cannot be older than 2 years prior to the original application deadline. Submission of most current and official transcripts from every HLC and nationally accredited degree granting institution previously attended to the OCCC records office by application deadline date. You'll then continue to the preference points. Here you'll find the preference points and you'll calculate your preference points. You can get preference points from a college degree, associate's degree, bachelor's degree, or master's degree and above. If you do not have a degree, you'll select no college degree. College retention GPA, if you've completed 12 hours at 1,000 level or above courses, or your high school graduating GPA or GED score. You will then select your GPA if it's a 3.0, below a 3.0, 3.0 to 3.49, 3.5 to 3.74, or 3.75 to 4.0. Next are science courses. These are 3 credit hour or higher courses with a B or an A. You can use up to 3 of them. If you have not attempted a collegiate level science course, you can use a high school lab science 1 unit with a B or an A. You'll then select the number of sciences that you received a B or an A in. You'll then fill out the name, when you took it, and the grade, an A or a B. Once you've filled this out, you'll continue on to test scores. You can use the Reading Accuplacer score of 260 for 2 points. The score cannot be older than 2 years. You can use your ACT Reading in lieu of the Accuplacer for preference points if the score is a 23 or higher and the ACT score is no older than 5 years from the application deadline. Or if you did not meet the 260 requirement for the Reading Accuplacer. Next is the Next Generation Accuplacer Writing score of a 260, no older than 2 years from application deadline, or your ACT English score of a 22 or higher, no older than 5 years from application deadline, or if you did not meet it. Next will be the ACT Math score of a 19 or higher, no older than 5 years from application deadline. The CPM3 minimum score of 10, which is the College Prep Math 3, which is specific to OCCC, no older than 2 years from application deadline, or if you did not meet the math score for preference points. Next would be the TEAS exam, which is the Test of Essential Academic Skills. You can select if you made a 79 or above, a 70 to 78, a 62 or 69, or below a 62. Lastly would be the experience certification. Here you can select if you are a graduate from an ASIN accredited practical nursing program. You will need to provide your LPN transcript to prove that it was ASIN accredited if you do select this. If you graduated from non-ASIN accredited practical nursing program, have a paramedic licensure or other medical certification, which is listed below, and it has to be one of these in this list, or if you do not have a license. You will then continue on to the application itself. You'll enter your student ID number, your first name, last name, middle name if applicable, maiden name if applicable, your date of birth. You'll need to select the date on the calendar for it to populate correctly, your address, apartment number if applicable, the city in which you live, state, and zip code. Next, you'll enter your home phone or cell phone number and your OCCC student email. Next, you'll select if you graduated from a high school or received your GED. If you select high school graduate, you'll need to enter the name of the high school and the year you graduated, or if you received your GED certificate, the year you received it. Next, you'll select if you've ever applied for academic forgiveness or reprieve. If you have, you'll select yes and the approximate date when you did apply. If not, you'll select no. Next, you'll select if you've attended any other colleges or universities. If you have, you'll select the Add button and add all of the colleges you've attended, and then when you attended them. Next, you'll find the Documents Uploads. This is where you're going to upload your selective admissions application fee receipt. This will look like this for the traditional nursing. So it'll have your information at the top when you paid for it, and it'll say traditional nursing. Next, you'll upload your official score report from the issuing test center. This will look like this. It'll have your name, when you took the exams, all the exams you've ever taken, and what score you made. You will upload that here. Lastly, you'll upload additional documentation such as your TEAS cover page, LPN transcript if applicable, certification. For health certification, you'll need the certification, your name, expiration date on it. Any other documents that meet the preference points or eligibility requirement. One would be a international degree eval. If you do have an international degree, it will need to have what the U.S. equivalency is, and it will have to be at least a bachelor's with the major, and that it is equivalent to a regionally academic accreditation. Next, you'll select the agreements by checking each box that you understand that you must be currently admitted to OCCC. You must upload a valid printed receipt of payment for a non-refundable $20 selective admissions application fee, and it must include your name, day, and must be for the current application cycle. You understand that you have taken and completed the AccuPlacer reading placement as explained in the basic application requirements. You understand that all course substitutions and evaluations must be approved and completed prior to the application deadline. A copy of course approval must be included in the packet, and you'll submit it under additional documentation. You understand that all applications submitted without all required documentation will be considered incomplete and rendered ineligible. You understand that you must submit your most current and official transcripts from every HLC and nationally accredited degree granting institution previously attended to the OCCC Records Office by application deadline date. You understand that test scores uploaded must be official from OCCC or the issuing test center. Test scores on file at OCCC must be obtained from the Testing and Assessment Office and uploaded with the application. You'll need to request your official score report from the OCCC Testing and Assessment Office. You understand that a criminal history and sex offender background investigation and pre-placement drug test must be completed if you're selected for admissions. You understand that you must have the qualifying retention GPA of a 2.5, and you understand that you must upload the necessary documents in the acceptable file formats, which are listed here. Once you have done so, you will click the signature box, sign, apply your signature, and click the submit button. If it does not go through, which means it stays on this page, you will need to see what errors you have. So you'll need to check back each tab and see if there's any big red boxes. So if this is highlighted in red, it'll show that you need to enter the correct ID. Or if you're missing something. Once you have gone through and fixed any errors, you'll click the submit button and it will go back to this page. If you do have any questions or concerns, you can always reach out to advising by clicking on the tab at the top, and you'll find our phone number here. Once again, thank you for your interest in OCCC's traditional nursing program, and I hope you have a wonderful day.